Here are the biggest Star Destroyers and Star Dreadnoughts or Super Star Destroyers in the Star Wars universe, from both canon and legends. Let's get straight to it. So we begin here with the Gladiator class, which are the smallest of the Star Destroyers, but despite their small size, relatively speaking, of only 600 meters in length, they can function and even pacify a star system for 2 whole years without the need for resupply or refueling. They were created for the Galactic Republic, but they served a longer time in the Galactic Empire that succeeded it. Next we have the Acclamator class, which is also called the Acclamator class assault ship. It was a smaller predecessor of the later Republic and Imperial Star Destroyer classes. This was the ship that was seen transporting thousands of newly created clone troopers in Star Wars II Attack of the Clones. It measures 752 meters in length, the second smallest here. The next 3 classes of Star Destroyers here all measure 900 meters in length, or 2,952 feet in freedom terms. The Victory class Star Destroyer was a line of Star Destroyers used by both the Republic Navy and the Imperial Navy. There are 2 subclasses here, which are the Victory 1 and the Victory 2. Then there's the case of the Soranen, which was a rare form of heavy battle cruiser, essentially a Star Destroyer as well. Though quite powerful to be part of large fleet engagements, they were however rare and found themselves attached to reserve fleets than active ones. Now we come to the Chiss. This ship from the Star Wars Legends is somewhat similar to the Victory class Star Destroyers, but were a bit longer, measuring 1,000 meters or 3,280 feet long. Built by the Chiss Ascendancy, these ships lack the towering command superstructures at the top of the hull, but instead they have dome structures, which are thought of to be used for cloaking and stealth. Then next we have the Nebula, which is also known as the Defender class Star Destroyer. It was one of the most powerful warships in the New Republic's fleet. It has the nickname the Pocket Star Destroyer, and was a bit over a kilometer long and lacked the traditional towering command structure. But despite this, the Nebula class was built for superior combat performance, capable of defeating a Star Destroyer and Imperial Class 1, or 2 heavy cruisers, or an entire formation of smaller ships. Now next is the Ventor class Star Destroyers, which was a formidable warship exceeding 1,000 meters in length, serving as a key vessel in the Galactic Republic's navy against the Separatists, and then later used by Palpatine when the Galactic Empire was formed. It was designed for both large-scale fleet engagements and also as a starfighter carrier. This class featured 2 primary variants, the Ventor 1 measuring 1,137 meters in length and the Ventor 2, which is slightly longer at 1,155 meters long. Then next we have the Precursor class, which was a warship utilized by the Galactic Empire and measures 1,200 meters in length. It was smaller than the standard Imperial class Star Destroyers. It featured the distinctive dagger-shaped hull common to all Imperial warships and was equipped with a conning tower that housed its command bridge. The Republic class Star Destroyer was a warship that emerged during the New Republic era. Designed as a successor to the older Ventor class and Victory class Star Destroyers, it was built for fleet engagements and planetary defense. The Republic class was slightly smaller than the Imperial class Star Destroyers but featured more advanced weaponry and shielding. Then the Turbulent class ones were introduced during the Imperial Remnant era, designed to serve as a more advanced and efficient successor to the aging Imperial class ones. Though slightly shorter, it featured stronger shields with improved reactor efficiency and superior firepower. Next we have the Onager, which was also known as the Onager class testbed. It was a unique Imperial warship designed as a siege platform, and unlike standard Star Destroyers, the Onager class featured a massive super laser-like weapon capable of devastating entire planetary surfaces or punching hole through the biggest of enemy ships. We then have here 4 classes of Star Destroyers that share the same size of 1,600 meters in length. We first come to the standard ones during the Imperial era. So introduced around the year 19 of BBY or before the Battle of Yavin, the Imperial 1 class Star Destroyer was the standard class warship utilized by the Galactic Empire, and serving as an upgrade to the Imperial 1 class was the Imperial 2 class Star Destroyer, which was introduced around the year 5 of BBY. while maintaining the same length of 1600 meters and similar external appearance, it does feature several enhancements. Then next there is the Interdictor class, which was a specialized variant of the Imperial class 1s, designed to prevent enemy ships from escaping into hyperspace. Named in honor of Grand Admiral Gallic Palion, the Palion-class Star Destroyer was developed to be one of the most powerful warships in the galaxy, and having unmatched weapon systems as well as functioning as a control and command center. While its exact length is known to be around 1600 meters, the Palion class incorporated design elements from the earlier Star Destroyers while maintaining a unique aspect in itself. So now we come to the Rejuvenated class, which was a variant of the Imperial class 1s and introduced during the New Republic era and the Galactic Federation of Free Alliances era. It was built as a next-generation warship meant to extend the lifespan of the Star Destroyer fleet and to fight against the Yuuzhan Vong. Around the same length or size we have the Imperius class Star Destroyer, which was also known as the Advanced Star Destroyer, and exceeded the size of many of the standard Imperial class 1s, although being of the same size as the Rejuvenated class. It was designed to make use of several especially large thrusters and sported a tail fin similar to those of the Star Destroyers of the Galactic Republic. It was built during the Second Imperial Civil War for the Imperial Navy. Next we have the Secutor class, which was a large fleet carrier and the first here to exceed 2 kilometers in length, and was first used widely by the Galactic Empire. Designed to supplement the Ventor class and the Acclamated class ships, the Secutor class was commonly used as a command ship or a flagship in charge of a task force. Unlike traditional Star Destroyers, the Secutor prioritized starfighter operations over direct ship-to-ship combat. Next, at 2,406 meters long, the Ziston class Star Destroyer was a massive ship used by the Final Order. Appearing in The Rise of Skywalker, it was an upgraded variant of the Imperial class built on Exegol as part of Emperor Palpatine's secret fleet. Its most distinctive feature was a planet-killing super laser mounted beneath the command tower, capable of destroying entire worlds. Next, the Resurgent class Star Destroyer here was the primary capital ship of the First Order, introduced decades after the fall of the Galactic Empire. Nearly twice the size of an Imperial class 1, it featured heavier armor, stronger shields, and improved weaponry. Unlike its predecessor, the Resurgent class had a more streamlined design, with improved efficiency and also an expanded starfighter complement. So going over 3 kilometers long, we have here the next one, which is also known as the Twin Star Destroyer or the Gemini class. This ship was armed with a hyper cannon capable of destroying entire planets. Its design is that of 2 large Star Destroyers fused in the middle by the aforementioned hyper cannon. The Twin Star Destroyer appeared in Star Wars Visions, a short movie called The Twins. Then of course we can't forget the Bellator class Dreadnought, which was a warship developed from the earlier Mandator and the Mandator II classes. Unlike its predecessors, the Bellator class was designed to be shorter but faster, earning it the designation of a fast dreadnought within the Imperial Navy. Now, slightly smaller than its earlier subclasses, the Mandator I and Mandator II, also Mandator III, the Mandator IV class Siege Dreadnought, also known as the First Order Dreadnought, was utilized by the First Order during their war against the New Republic. It was among the hundreds of vessels developed by the First Order under Project Resurrection. Next, the Mandator I and II. They were actually the first starships to receive the designation of Dreadnought, and by the time of the Clone Wars, 7 of these Star Dreadnoughts were in service, at least when speaking of the Mandator I class. And the second one featured heavier armor. It was a successor with better weaponry and also more efficient hyperdrive capabilities. So with this one, we exceed 10 kilometers long. The Mandator III class Dreadnought was a massive warship within the Imperial Navy, serving as the 3rd iteration in the Mandator series alongside the Bellator class. Measuring 12,000 meters in length or 12 kilometers, it was essentially an enlarged version of its predecessors, designed primarily as a formidable weapons platform. So next we have 2 ships that are 15 kilometers long. The first one is the Sovereign class, which was designed as a super star destroyer to serve as a command ship and a symbol of Imperial might. It was equipped with heavy armament and advanced defense systems that far exceeded any star destroyer, and was intended to project power across the entire galaxy. And alongside it was the Assertor class, which was another super star destroyer developed to further the Empire's dominance in space warfare. Similar in size to the Sovereign class, which are both 15 kilometers long, this one, the Assertor, featured enhanced propulsion systems and better state-of-the-art weaponry. Now we come to the top 3. We begin with the Eclipse class Star Dreadnoughts, spanning 17.5 kilometers, and were among the largest warships ever built. While the Executor class was 1.5 kilometers longer, the Eclipse class far exceeded it in mass, making it the heaviest and the most imposing star destroyer or super star destroyer in the galaxy until the coming of the Mega One. So next, introduced as the personal flagship of Darth Vader, the Executor class Star Dreadnought was designed to project the Empire's dominance across the galaxy. Measuring 19 kilometers in length, it was propelled by 13 colossal engines and has over 5,000 turbo lasers, ion cannons and tractor beam projectors. The Vengeance class was another massive warship utilized by the Galactic Empire. Also measuring the same, the Vengeance class featured a slightly distinct elongated, slender built with wing-like designs or tail fins on its rear end. And at the number 1 spot we have the Mega class Star Dreadnought, with only one ever built called the Supremacy, which was the First Order's sole Mega class Star Dreadnought and functioned as the flagship and mobile headquarters of the Supreme Leader called Snoke. With a wingspan of 60 kilometers wide and a length of 13 kilometers long, it was the largest capital ship in galactic history, although it was smaller than the stations like the Centerpoint Station or the Death Star or even Starkiller Base. Anyway, it could dock 8 Resurgent-class Star Destroyers, 6 externally and 2 internally. Its extensive facilities included foundries, production lines, research labs and training centers, which enables it to be self-sufficient in long-term operations. Now, with that we come to the end of this video. If you like this one, then check this other one too, and if you want to browse for other sci-fi and Warhammer content, then check out our channel. So subscribe and like for support. Till the next time, take care, boys.